The soft, gentle hush of dawn breaking is the gardener's call to action. As the first ray of sunlight begins to cut through the darkness, a new day unfurls itself in front of our eyes. The sky, painted with hues of pink and orange, mirrors the gardener's excitement and anticipation of the day ahead. The sleeping garden, nestled in the bosom of the earth, starts to stir and awaken from its nightly slumber. The gardener's heart swells with a sense of purpose as the first hint of the sun's rays start to creep over the horizon, illuminating the morning sky. The air is still cool, yet it carries the promise of a beautiful day ahead. A choir of birds begin their morning melody, providing the perfect soundtrack to the garden's gentle awakening. Each note is a symphony in itself, celebrating the enchanting dance of nature. The world of vibrant green starts to shimmer as the sun's gentle warmth kisses the dew-kissed leaves. Each petal, leaf, and blade of grass sparkles with a multitude of tiny, delicate diamonds, reflecting the early light in a mesmerizing show of nature's beauty. This spectacle is a testament to the garden's resilience and thirst for life. Each plant, big or small, stands tall, basking in the glow of the new day, and eager to drink in the nourishing light. The garden is a canvas, and the gardener, the artist. With tender care, they coax each seedling and plant to grow, to bloom, to reach for the sky. Each plant is a story, a testament to the gardener's labor, love, and patience. The garden evolves, changes, and grows, echoing the rhythms of life itself. Every flower that blooms, every fruit that bears, is a symbol of the gardener's dedication and the garden's will to flourish. There's a certain magic in the air, a sense of tranquility that only the early morning can bring. It's an orchestra of life, playing the symphony of nature's cycle. This is when the garden is at its most receptive, drinking in the first light of day and quenching its thirst with the morning dew. The importance of a morning routine in gardening cannot be overstated. This ritual, as simple as it may appear, has a profound impact on the overall health and vitality of your plants. It's the cornerstone of caring for your green companions, setting the pace and tone for the entire day, paving the way for a lush, thriving garden that is as much a source of joy for the gardener as it is a sanctuary for its myriad residents. A morning routine in gardening is like serving breakfast to your plants, a crucial meal of the day that provides them with the fundamental nutrients they need to flourish. It's a silent communication between the gardener and the garden, a sacred ritual that awakens the plants, preparing them for the day ahead. The plants, in turn, respond to this act of care by growing robust, healthy, and full of life. One of the most important aspects of a morning gardening routine is watering. The act of watering your plants is not just about quenching their thirst, but a carefully timed, choreographed dance between the gardener and nature. It is best done in the early hours of the day when the world is still cool, and the harsh heat of the sun is yet to descend upon the earth. At this time, evaporation rates are at their lowest, ensuring that the water seeps deep into the bowels of the soil, reaching the roots where it's needed most. This is critical because roots, just like the heart of a human, are the life source of a plant, the central hub that disseminates nutrients to every branch, every leaf, every flower. Adequate watering, therefore, ensures that this life source is well nourished, leading to a healthy plant. Furthermore, watering your garden in the morning sets a positive ecosystem cycle into motion. The water that seeps into the soil not only nourishes the plants, but also fosters a thriving micro-ecosystem beneath the surface. A healthy soil ecosystem equates to a healthy garden, a self-sustaining cycle of life that keeps your garden vibrant and green. This is why the importance of a morning routine in gardening cannot be overstated. It sets the tone for the day, providing plants with the care they need to flourish. Watering, for instance, is best done in the morning when evaporation rates are low. This ensures that the water seeps deep into the soil, reaching the roots where it's needed most. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the garden undergoes a metamorphosis, a change most visible in the height of summer. The serene morning light gives way to an intense, almost fiery glow. This is the midday sun, a powerful entity that bathes the world in its radiant splendor. Its brilliance is so bright, so dazzling, it is as if the garden is under a spotlight, each leaf, each petal, showcased in high definition. However, the beauty of this high noon tableau is deceptive. The midday sun, for all its vibrancy and radiance, can be harsh on plants. It is a time of day when the sun is at its zenith, pouring out unremitting heat and light. This relentless sunshine can be a challenge to handle, especially for delicate organisms like plants. Plants, despite being fundamental to life on Earth, are surprisingly vulnerable. Their thin, green leaves, their delicate stems and fragile roots can all suffer under the onslaught of the midday sun. The sun's rays, strong and unyielding, can sometimes be too much for these green beings. The heat can wilt their leaves, desiccate their roots and dry up their life-giving sap. But fear not, there is no need for despair. As a gardener, you are not powerless against the might of the sun. There are ways to safeguard your verdant companions from the scorching, unforgiving rays. You can provide them with a shield, a barrier against the sun's harshness. One such armor is shade cloths. Shade cloths, often overlooked, are a gardener's best friend. They are more than just fabric, they are a lifeline for plants. These cloths, stretched over the plants, filter the sunlight. They take the brunt of the sun's rays, absorbing the harsh heat and light, and tempering it. In doing so, they protect the plants from direct heat, providing a cool refuge in the midst of a sun-baked garden. Moreover, they also play a crucial role in reducing water evaporation, preserving precious moisture in the soil, and thus aiding plant survival. They are a gardener's greatest ally in the fight against the midday sun. Shade cloths, for example, are a gardener's best friend. They filter the sunlight, protecting plants from direct heat and reducing water evaporation. Another midday task that can help maintain a healthy garden is weeding. It's an essential part of any horticulture lover's routine, a testament to the endless cycle of growth and decay that governs the natural world. Each day, as the sun reaches its zenith in the clear blue sky, it's time to roll up your sleeves, grab your gloves, and gear up for a session of diligent weeding. The garden at this stage becomes a battlefield where two sides vie for dominance. On one side we have the plants and flowers you've meticulously nurtured, the fruits of your labor that add beauty and charm to your garden. And on the other, the weeds, nature's own resilient soldiers, grow rampant, causing havoc if not tended to in time. The process of weeding is more than just yanking out these pesky invaders. It requires a keen eye, a steady hand, and a firm resolve. It's about identifying the weeds that have sprouted amongst your plants and removing them root and all, ensuring they don't have a chance to resurface. Removing these unwanted plants not only up the space but also ensures that your plants aren't competing for nutrients. As for the weeds, they can be turned into compost, thus transforming a problem into a solution. It's a sustainable way to tackle garden waste, creating a nutrient-rich mixture that can then be used to enrich the soil. This cradle-to-grave philosophy allows us to view weeds not as an enemy but as a necessary participant in the garden ecosystem. Then comes the task of planting new seeds, which is also a midday activity. It's a therapeutic ritual that brings immense joy to any gardener. Grasping a handful of potential life and sowing these tiny miracle makers into the earth is a moment of profound connection with nature. Each seed is symbolic of possibility and renewal. It's a promise of future growth, a testament to the cycle of life that unfolds in the garden. But remember, each seed has its own needs. Some prefer the cool shadows, while others thrive under the glaring sun. Understanding these needs is the key to a thriving, vibrant garden. As the day draws to a close, the garden once again transforms. The setting sun paints the sky in hues of pink and orange, casting a warm glow over the plants. It's a time for reflection, for appreciating the beauty that nature offers. It's also a time for some end-of-day routines, like harvesting ripe fruits or vegetables, or simply taking a moment to enjoy the serenity of the garden. To sum up, a gardener's day is filled with tasks that nurture and care for the garden. The morning routine of watering and general maintenance sets the tone for the day. Midday tasks like using shade cloths, weeding, and planting new seeds help maintain a healthy garden. And as the day ends, it's a time for harvesting, reflection, and appreciation. Remember, a garden is a living, breathing entity. It requires attention, care, and most importantly, love. So go ahead, embrace the dirt under your nails, the sun on your skin, and the satisfaction of seeing your garden thrive. After all, gardening isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life.